Man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But look at that, my God.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 commentary video gameplay for you guys, and we got to look at some movies that are coming out this year. So I'm going to give you guys my 10 most anticipated movies of the year, squeezing in some honorable mentions, and boom, there you go with that. So let's not waste any time, but well, you know what, I'll say this. The movie selection this year is better than last year. It really, really is. And it should be for obvious reasons. But there's going to be some sleepers in there that are going to make y'all go, what? That's a thing? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's not waste any time. Let's start things off with number 10. Madden. Yeah, Madden as in John Madden. You know, the Madden NFL football game from EA Sports? Yeah, that Madden. So, apparently, this joint is going to come out November 26th of this year. So the production companies involved will be Metro Goodwin Mayer, Escape Artists, SMAC Entertainment, and Skydance Sports. And it'll be distributed by Amazon MGM Studios via Prime Video. So this is not going to be in the theaters by the looks of it. It looks like this will only be on Amazon Prime, which is fine. Yeah, it's Amazon Prime, which is fine for me because I do have this. I do have Amazon Prime. So I can easily watch this. Assuming that they don't, I don't know, they may make me pay for this. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anywho, check this out. The premise goes as follows. Madden depicts the life of John Madden and his involvement in development of the Madden NFL video game series. Oh, okay. So, very interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. So, it's low on the list. Oh, Nicolas Cage is going to be John Madden. Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. Kristen Bell going to be in this movie. So, and Shane Gillis as well. So, interesting cast here, if I do say so myself. So, this is going to be one that I'm going to be looking forward to. It's low on the list because, I mean, it's about John Madden. Like, yeah, it's interesting, it's unique, and it's intriguing, but it's not anything crazy, you know. But it did make my top 10. Let's move on to number 9. Masters of the Universe. This one is really interesting. I remember watching this one when I was a kid. I think this one came out in the 80s. So, let's get on with this one real quick. So, this joint will be, or apparently, it's going to be released on June the 5th. And the production companies involved, rather, are Metro Goodwin Mayer, again, Mattel Studios, and Escape Artists. And it will be distributed by Amazon MGM Studios in North America and Sony Pictures Release International. So, there you go with that. Now, I wonder if this is going to be going to Amazon Video as well, or with this going to be, no, it's going to be in theaters. Okay, so what is this story about? So let's see. The premise is as follows. 10-year-old Adam Glenn crash lands on his mother's home planet Earth, separating him from his ancestors' power sword of Grayskull. 2 decades later, he takes back his sword and bears on the mantle of He-Man as he battles for his home planet Eternia against the evil forces of Skeletor. So, very interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. I'm going to be very interested to see how this goes. Again, I used to watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe when I was a kid. So, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. But, again, it's number 9 on the list, Rob. It is more intriguing than Madden, but it's nothing crazy that's going to top, you know, the top 5 or anything like that. But, nevertheless, this is going to be very interesting. And June the 5th, either I'm going to be in Chicago at that time. Yeah, I'm going to be in Chicago at that time. I think. Yeah. I'll be in Chicago at the time. So I'm gonna have to watch that movie a week after that. So there you go with that. Now, let's move on to number 8. Untitled Jumanji, the Next Level sequel. Okay, so this is the one where we got, what's his name? Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, so those guys are back. So this joint is scheduled to be released on December the 11th. And the production companies involved will be Columbia Pictures, Tone Match Productions, 7 Buck Productions, and the Detective Agency, and it'll be distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. So, Do we have a premise for this one? No, we do not have a premise for this one, unfortunately. So we have no clue what this one will be about. So obviously I want to say I've seen all the Jumanji movies and they all been good. So naturally I have to go see this one as well, assuming that comes out in 2026. I mean, December 11th, that's kind of late in the year, so I wouldn't be surprised if this gets pushed back. In fact, we don't even have a premise of this on Wikipedia, so I don't know if that may mean anything or not, but nevertheless, another Jumanji movie is coming out, and yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens here. Oh, but again, much more intriguing than Masters of the Universe and Madden, but not enough to place it in the top 5. It's gonna be funny, and that's pretty much it. So let's move on to number 7, Supergirl. Okay, we all know about Supergirl. So right now, this is slated to be released on June the 26th, and the production companies involved are DC Studios, obviously, Trollcore Entertainment, and the Safran Company. So, what's going on? Oh, and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, obviously. Okay, what's going on here? So, Kara Zor-El celebrates her 23rd birthday by traveling across the galaxy with her dog Crypto. Along the way, she meets the young Ruthie Marier, who I have no clue who that is, but okay, and encounters a tragedy that leads her on a murderous quest for revenge. Interesting, if I do say so myself. So, I thought the dude who plays Superman would be in the movie. More than likely he will be, but there's no mentioning of him, so I don't know how this would. Oh wait, no, yeah, he's gonna be in the movie. Yeah, he's gonna be in the movie. So okay, that's good to know. So the premise seems interesting, but I need to know more about it. And again, I don't know who this young Ruthie is. So if I were to click on her name, I'm not sure anything. Yeah, nothing pops up. So that's why I'm like, I don't know who that is. So a lot of mystery here, because again, I don't know what's going to be going on here, because apparently she's going on a murderous quest for revenge, and that's pretty much it. So is it going to be funny? Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to the point where it's going to be top 5, but that's why it's number 7. I think it's better than the other 3 that I had listed here, and of course it's better than all the honorable mentions. Okay, so there you go with that. This one is going to be very interesting, this next one. Let's move on to number 6, Clayface. Okay, so this joint is scheduled to be released on September the 11th. Yep, 9/11. Meanwhile, the production companies involved are DC Studios, obviously, and 6 and Idaho Productions, and obviously distributed by Warner Brothers. Okay, so here's the premise for this one. Clayface is a body horror story about an up-and-coming actor whose face is disfigured by a gangster. As a last resort, he turns to a scientist who transforms his body into clay. So for those of you who don't know, this is Gotham. This is Batman we talking here. So Clayface is a Batman villain. So when I first saw this and they presented this as, what they call this? A body horror story? Yeah, a body horror film. I'll be honest, I have no clue what that means. So let's look this up and see if we can know what this means. So, because that is interesting. I generally have no clue what this is. Body horror, or biological horror, is a subgenre of horror fiction that intentionally showcases grotesque or psychologically disturbing violations of the human body or of another creature. Ooh, like zombies. So I don't know how I feel about that one, because we talk about body parts bending the wrong way and stuff. I don't know. We talking about necks cracking. I don't know. I'm being freaked out by this, but I'm still gonna watch it nevertheless. And I mean, it's part of the Batman universe. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be the same universe as the 2 Joker movies. I doubt it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see where this will ties in with what universe, I guess. I don't know. But it's very interesting that they're presenting this as like some sort of a body horror film. And that's going to be creepy. Very, very creepy, if I do say so myself. But it's not top 5. It's not top 5. Speaking of top 5, let's get to that. Number 5, Street Fighter. Okay, before I give you guys my thoughts about this, let me get the information out the way. This is scheduled to be released on October the 16th, and the production companies involved are Legendary Pictures and Capcom, of course, and distributed by Paramount Pictures. Okay. The premise: set in 1993, estranged Street Fighters Ryu and Ken Masters are thrown back into combat when the mysterious Chun-Li recruits them for the next World Warrior tournament, a brutal clash of fist, fate, and fury. But behind this battle royale lies a deadly conspiracy that forces them to face off against each other and the demons of their past. And if they don't, it's game over. Very interesting premise, if I do say so myself. So, obviously, the main characters here are going to be Ryu and Ken, so it's not like the Americanized version where they're trying to make Gaio the main character, which is like, But in this case, Gaio is interesting because, but here's my thoughts. First of all, Street Fighter is my all-time favorite fighting game. Like, obviously, it's that or Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, that's franchise. Because one of my all-time favorite fighting games is not X-Men, but X-Men vs. Street Fighter is a good one. But Marvel Superhero vs. Street Fighter, that's actually one of my favorites, along with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And of course, I like the Street Fighter games like that, Alpha 2, Alpha 3. You know, really like those Street Fighter games, if I do say so myself. So, obviously, I'm going to put this at number 5. And this looks like it's set on Street Fighter 2. Or maybe Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition. And I'll explain why in a second. So, check this out. We got Gaio being portrayed by Cody Rhodes, WWE Superstar. We got Barwar being portrayed by 50 Cent. Let's see. Also, Jason Momoa, who is going to be busy. He's going to be playing Blanca. And then, let's see, anybody else that caught? There's one other person that caught my eye. Now, there's other characters like Joe and Marvin. I don't know who Marvin is, but Joe apparently was in the first Street Fighter game. So, yeah, he is. So, Joe is an underground full contact karate champion from the United States. So, that's interesting. So, that's from the very first Street Fighter game. So, apparently, Joe is going to be here. I don't know who Marvin is. So, that one's going to be interesting. I have no clue who Marvin is. So, there's that. And then, anybody else that caught my eye? So far, oh, wait. No, that's not true. Eric Andre would be Don Savage. I have no clue who Don Savage is. So that's going to be like a brand new character. I have no clue who that is. Also interesting is the fact that Dan Hibiki going to be in this one. So that's also interesting. But the biggest news, you won't believe this. The biggest news, first of all, the chick playing Chun-Li looked fine as heck. But the biggest news is not only is Akuma going to be in this movie, but he's going to be portrayed by Roman Reigns, another WWE superstar. Very interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. So, yeah, I really can't wait for this one, because they got a bunch of interesting actors portraying some of these characters. And, yeah, I really can't wait to see how this goes. So, very interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. It's obviously top 5. I don't think this is going to be movie of the year or it won't be close, but it's still top 5 nevertheless, which is why it's number 5. Now, let's move on to number 4. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, we've seen trailers of this, so you know we're going to be watching this one. So this joint is scheduled to be released on April the 3rd. And there's a very good chance I may be in Orlando during that time. I don't know. I had to check and see about certain dates and things of that nature. But moving on. So, this will be, the production companies involved will be Illumination and, of course, Nintendo. And it will be distributed by Universal Pictures. Okay, the premise. Mario and Luigi joins Princess Peach and Toad on an adventure into outer space and across the galaxy to face off against Bowser's son, Bowser Jr. Now, we do know that Rosalina, I already get those two messed up. There's Rosalia and Rosalina. It's Rosalina. Will be in this movie. So this, I'm assuming, is based off of the game Super Mario Galaxy, which I have never played. I never played any of the Galaxy games. I know they're both good. I know they're both really good, actually. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes. I highly cannot wait for this one. Because, I mean, the first Mario movie was good. It was surprisingly good. So this one, I'm expecting it to be just as good or better. The interesting thing, though, is the secret ending for the last movie show hints of Yoshi. And as far as we know, there's no Yoshi in this movie. So, where is Yoshi? Yoshi, my guy right there. So, I have no clue how Yoshi, because Yoshi does tie in with the Galaxy games. So, that's why I'm like, where's Yoshi? So, I don't know. we're gonna have to wait and see. Maybe they don't want to spoil it. So there's that. This is going to be a really good movie, but because of the competition, I do not think this is going to be movie of the year, which is why this is number 4 on my list. Now, let's talk about movies of the year contenders. Starting off with number 3, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Okay, we knew this was coming. So this joint is going to be released on July the 31st, and the production companies involved are Columbia Pictures, Marvel Studios, obviously, and Pascal Pictures. And it will be distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. Okay, so do we have a premise for this movie? And looks like that is a no. So far, there's no premise for this movie. So I have no clue what this movie is going to be about. But I'm looking through the information for this movie, and I have not seen anything. Let's look at the cast and characters. So obviously, Tom Holland will be back as Spider-Man / Peter Parker. So we know about that one. And Zendaya will be back as Mary J. Watson. So there's that. Obviously, Ned will be back. And we got a Sadie Sink. I don't know who she's going to play. Lisa Colin Zayas. I don't know who she's going to play. Oh, the Punisher going to be in this movie, though. Okay, that's what's up. And, yeah. Bruce Banner going to be in the movie. Obviously, going to be portrayed by Mark Ruffalo. So there's that. And Scorpion is going to be in this movie. And also the Tombstone going to be in the movie as well. And then Camille Tillman is going to play somebody. I don't know who. Also, Daredevil is going to be in this movie. And yeah, there you go with that. So very interesting. So look like the main villain is going to be Tombstone with Scorpion in the mix as well. Oh yeah, that's right. He was arrested going back to Spider-Man Homecoming. So he may break out of jail, or Tombstone may break him out, whatever the case may be. So that's going to be very interesting, if I do say so myself. Obviously, I cannot wait to see how this goes. Normally, the Spider-Man movies, these versions of the Spider-Man movies, that is, they normally are top-notch. So I cannot wait to see how this goes. Because remember, Spider-Man's existence, more or less, has been erased from the world. So it's going to be interesting to see how the world treats him now. So I can't wait to see how this goes. I cannot wait to see how this goes. I just don't think this will be movie of the year. But I think this would be the 3rd best movie of the year. Now, let's talk about number 2. Number 2. Michael. So, in case you're wondering, this is not Michael as in Michael Jordan, or Michael as in, what is it? Michael Johnson, the runner. This is Michael Jackson. So, another movie about Michael Jackson. I think this is the second one, but that's beside the point. So, this joint is scheduled to be released on April the 24th. And it will be, the production companies involved are Lionsgate and GK Films. And it will be distributed by Lionsgate here in America and by Universal Pictures internationally. So, the premise is simple. The film follows Michael Jackson's life beyond the music, from his time with the Jackson 5 to his early solo career. Not his entire career, but his early solo career. So, here's the thing about the Jackson movie. They released one Jackson movie, as far as I know of. And that was one of the longest movies ever. Like, I seen it on TV, watched it with my family. That, without question, was one of the longest movies ever. I have no clue how long this one will be, but this is going to be crazy. This is going to be really, really crazy. So I cannot wait to see this one. And, oh, okay. I see something very interesting that's going to be put in this movie. I'm not going to say what it is, though. I mean, you can look it up, I guess, but this is going to be very interesting. I really can't wait to see how this movie plays out. It's going to be in the running for movie of the year, but I think it's going to drop to the number 2 spot. Maybe even number 3. So there's that. Now, before we get to my number 1, let me bring you guys some honorable mentions. So there's a lot of movies coming out, but like these are the ones I'm about to list. Are not exactly my cup of tea. So we got Dune Part 3, another 3, the Angry Birds movie 3, Minions 3, so some 3s right there. We also got the 5th Jackass film, and we got Moana, which is, I think that's the 3rd Moana movie, but this is the live action film based on the original movie. We also got Scary Movie 6, Scream 7, another Resident Evil movie, Return to Silent Hill, and this is going to be funny, Toy Story 5. It's the toys against tablets. It's the toys against the tablets. So, very funny stuff if I do say so myself. So now let me get to the real honorable mentions. So one of them is The Mortuary Assistant. So this joint is scheduled to be released on February the 13th, and the production companies are Epic Pictures Group and Creativity Capital, and it'll be distributed by Shudder. Never heard of that before. So, so it's going to be released on Shudder. So that's an American subscription video on demand streaming service. I never heard of that before. And it will be in limited theaters. So that's interesting. Now, there's no premise here, but it's based off the video game. So if you've seen Corey Kitchen play it, and there's another major YouTuber who played it. I can't remember his name. I remember his face, but I can't remember his name. His name escapes me. But, and a bunch of other YouTubers played this game. You can look this up online in terms of the gameplay, stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's going to be based off the video game. So this is going to be very, very, very interesting. If you want to see it, knock yourself out. I won't go in there and see it by myself. But like if I get a date and she says she want to go see this, we're going to see it. So there's that. Next up, Coyote versus Acme. So this is a Looney Tunes film. Oh, John Cena's going to be in this one. Interesting. So the release date for this one is August the 28th. And the production companies are Warner Brothers Pictures, Warner Brothers Pictures Animation, obviously. Two Monkeys Ago and Another Dead Monkey. That's a production company, but okay. And check this out. It's distributed by Catch Up Entertainment. Okay. Let's see. Moving on to the premise. After every product made by the Acme Corporation has backfired on Raul E. Coyote in his pursuit of the Roadrunner, down-and-out human billboard attorney Kevin Avery represents Rowdy in a lawsuit against Acme. A growing friendship between Rowdy and Kevin motivates their determination to win the court case as it pits them against Buddy Crane, the intimidating boss of Kevin's former law firm, who now represents Acme. Oh, and Buddy Crane gonna be represented by, or gonna be played by John Cena. Interesting. Very, very interesting, if I do say so myself. So, you know what? I don't know. I may pull up and watch this movie. I generally don't know yet. Like, it's very tempting. It's very tempting, I'll be honest. So, I may pull up and watch this movie. So, there's that. Moving on to Mortal Kombat Part 2. Or Mortal Kombat 2. So, this joint is scheduled to be released May the 18th. And the production companies are involved are New Line Cinema, obviously, Atomic Monster, Broken Road Productions, and Fireside Films. And it will be distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, obviously. So, the champions of Earthrealm, joined by Johnny Cage, are forced into battle against one another as they attempt to resist the rule of Shao Kahn, who threatens the survival of Earthrealm and its defenders. Okay, so there was a reboot in the movie franchise. So obviously, there was the first one. I seen bits and pieces of the first one. I didn't see all of it, but I have a pretty good idea of what happens. So now we got the second one, and interesting here. So we got, obviously, Johnny Cage is going to be the main character, even though Liu Kang is in this movie. And in fact, I think in the first movie, there was another character who was the main character. I don't recall who it was. So the first one came out in 2021. And yeah, it was Cole Young. Cole Young was like the made up character. And Cole Young was the main character right there. There was no Johnny Cage in that one. However, there was a Liu Kang in that one. So that's interesting. So, and it's the same, I'm assuming this, yeah, it's the same character. Okay, who played Liu Kang in the first one. And where's Cole Young? Cole Young is also in this movie as well. So, very interesting stuff, I do say so myself. I don't know if I'm going to see that one because there's obviously there's going to be blood and, you know, fatality and stuff like that. And I'm like screaming with that stuff nowadays. So, I don't know. And not to mention, I didn't even see all the first one. I know what happens. But I don't know if I'm going to see all of this one. Obviously, the main boss is going to be Shao Kahn. But, oh, Shang Tsung is in this movie, along with Quan Chi, which is interesting. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, King Gerard is in this movie as well. Oh, they're going crazy with the villains. I think he's a villain, right? Is King Gerard a villain? I don't remember off the top of my head. But, or was he a good guy? I think he was a good guy. But nevertheless, very interesting stuff if I do say so myself. So, I'm on the fence of whether or not I want to see this one or not. But, yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. Is Raiden in this movie? Yeah, Raiden is in this movie. Okay. Moving on to the next one. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay, so this is going to be released on May the 22nd. And the production company is Lucasfilms. And it will be distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Okay. The New Republic enlists Din Djarin and his apprentice Grogu following the fall of the Galactic Empire, during the period where remaining Imperial warlords threatens the galaxy. Okay, this seems simple enough. Okay. And I'm not sure about, well, I don't know when in the timeline this would be in, but more than likely I'm seeing this. More likely I'm seeing this. Now, will it be, it looks like this will not be on theaters. I think this is going straight to Disney Plus. No, it's going to be released in IMAX. So I'm assuming it's going to be in theaters. So, okay. So yeah, we're going to be going out and seeing this. But I never did finish The Mandalorian. So I guess I need to do that at some point before this movie drops. Oh, by the way, May the 22nd, I'll be in Japan during that time. So I don't know where I'm going to see this movie, but I guess we have to wait until it pops up on Disney Plus. I don't know. So there you go with that. And then y'all going to be shocked to see this one on the honorable mentions. The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. Yes, Avatar movie. So this joint is scheduled, and this is the main reason why this is honorable mention. It is projected to be released in 2026. There's no exact date for this. That's the only reason why this is an honorable mention. If they had an exact date, this would be in the top 2. This would be in the top 2. I don't know where it would be in the top 2, but it would be in the top 2. So, what's the premise? Taking place years after the events of Avatar: The Last Airbender. By the way, I'm assuming this is the animated show and not the movie, by the way. And yes, this is based off the show. Okay, thank goodness. And before The Legend of Korra, it says it right there, pretty much. The film will follow Aang, the world's last airbender, as he learns of an ancient power that could save his culture from extinction. With the help of his friends, he embarks on a global quest to find it before it falls into the wrong hands and threatens to upend the peace they sacrifice everything to achieve. And look, Dave Bautista is going to be the villain here. So this is actually a animated fantasy film. So this is going to be an animated film right here. And the question is, will this? No, it's going to be on Paramount Plus. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is going to be on Paramount Plus. It's not going to be in theaters. Otherwise, I would be going to see this day one without question. Yeah, I would be going to see this. But it's going to be on Paramount Plus, so I'm going to have to bother somebody to see that have Paramount Plus, or look for see somebody upload it on Twitter or something like that. Okay, so that's the last honorable mention. I mean, we all know what number 1 is, so come on now, let's go. Number 1. Avengers Doomsday. Come on now, we all know this was number 1 right here, man. This joint is scheduled to be released on December the 18th, and the production companies involved are Marvel Studios, obviously, and HBO, and it will be distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Now, the premise goes as follows. 14 months after the events of Thunderbolts, the Avengers, Wakandans, Fantastic Four, New Avengers, and the original X-Men team up to face Dr. Doom. That's it. So, who do we know that's going to be in this movie? We know Thor going to be in it. Obviously, the Fantastic Four going to be in it. So, obviously, Invisible Woman going to be in there. The Sam Wilson's Captain America going to be in it. The Winter Soldier going to be in there. Black Panther going to be in it. Ant-Man going to be in it. And I also noticed that the premise don't mention the Thunderbolts directly. Even though, oh, wait. They call themselves the New Avengers. That's right. But moving on. Ant-Man's going to be in this movie. So, that's interesting. Obviously, U.S. Agent going to be in there. Namor's going to be in it. So, that's kind of interesting thing, obviously. Now, here's the interesting one. Shang-Chi is going to be in this movie. So, that's going to be dope. I can't wait to see what he does here. Also, Yelena Belova. So, oh, okay. Yeah, her. Yeah, she's going to be in it. Beast's going to be in it. Sentry going to be in it, even though he's currently known as Bob at the moment. The new Falcon going to be in it. Human Torch, obviously. The Red Guardian, obviously. Also, M'Baku is going to be in it. Ghost going to be in it, obviously. Loki going to be in it, so that's interesting. Professor Xavier going to be in it. Magneto is going to be in it. Interesting. Nightcrawler going to be in it. Along with Mystique. What? Moving on. Cyclops going to be in it. Gambit going to be in it. Mr. Fantastic, obviously. And, of course, Dr. Doom. And also, this is going to be interesting. Doctor Strange going to be in it. Namora. Ooh, I try to think Namora. I don't recall who Namora is off the top of my head. Oh, that's going to bother me. Oh, so she's Namora's cousin. Okay. So there's that. Atuma is going to be in it. Also, Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. Well, we knew that. If you saw the trailer, we knew he was going to be in it. Also, Love, Thor's adopted daughter, going to be in it as well. Hawkeye going to be in it. And, I'm sorry, Peter Parker, Tom Holland's going to be in this as well. And Peggy Carter going to be in this as well. Yo, this is going to be crazy. And also, Deadpool? What? Oh, this is going to be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see how this goes down, man. I cannot wait for this movie to drop. This is my most anticipated movie of the year, obviously. It should be your #1 most anticipated movie of the year. I'm hoping that it's good because there's some heavy hitters here. Michael, I think, gonna be good. That Spider-Man movie obviously gonna be good. And if The Legend of Aang does indeed come out this year, watch out. That's gonna make the top 2. More than likely, that's making the top 2. So I really can't wait. This year lineup of movies is phenomenal. So you gotta go out and go to the movies this year. I'm calling it a wrap now. So with all that said, y'all know this is boy New Jay Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
Here comes